Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Movie Blog, the official home of correct movie opinions. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most anticipated films of the year, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. As a fan of the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, I was really looking forward to this one, and I gotta tell you, this one didn't disappoint. First off, let's talk about the good, the characters. The strong character development for each of the characters really makes this movie stand out. We know that Rocket gets his time in the spotlight in this film, but so do the other Guardians. Peter, Quill, and Gamora reunite, and it's explosive. Drax has a great arc in this film, and while it's not filled with the murderous Thanos hate-filled rage that we know the character for, it is deeply satisfying in its own way. Mantis and Nebula try to get in on the development too, and while their arcs aren't as pronounced, they are growing much more than what we've seen before and from what I expected. Overall, the characters feel like they deserve their growth, and it's satisfying to watch and to hear. Now, speaking of hearing, let's talk about the music. While the music is not perfect, it supported a lot of the emotional moments well. I was nervous about the runtime in the film, but the combination of some funky but fun camera work along with some oftentimes good music made for a fun experience on the big screen. You'll tap your feet, you'll nod your head, and you might even see some overexcited people breaking the dance in the movie theater. The movie was pretty immersive, and that kind of rocks. Speaking of rocking, the movie has some really good special effects. We've been trained to lower our expectations in that department, so it was really refreshing to see effects done so well. Groot, Rocket, and the High Evolutionaries creations are really cool to see because they look so good. The Splosions rocked the theater, Splosions, and space looked awesome and cold. Plus, that hallway scene? Woo! Give this scene an award. James Gunn is definitely out here competing for the best hallway fight scene. Overall, this movie delivers some of the best effects we've seen in quite a while. Now, with everything good, of course, there's also the bad. So let's get into what didn't work for me. Adam Warlock. Every time I saw this character on screen, I cringed a little. Now, I know I'm not supposed to compare the comics, but when you completely change a character this strongly, it feels insincere. He's nothing like his source material, and he's not interesting in his adaptation to the MCU. Not only was this character a disappointment in characterization, he feels completely unnecessary. The High Evolutionary is also something I put under the bad. He isn't a remarkable villain. Granted, this franchise is less about the villains and more about the Guardians themselves, but this character seems derivative and doesn't stand out as a villain on his own. He's a little bit of Kang, a lot of Doctor Doom, but not at all unique. I like the performer and his performance, even when it was a little hammy, but I don't think he's at all distinctive. Overall, I really like this movie, like a lot. This is a great return to form for the Guardians and comic book films. It's full of heart, action, and some great emotionally charged character development. I laughed, I cheered, and my eyes got watery, which is the kind of experience I love in a movie. So, if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, what are you waiting for? Get to the theater and experience this incredible ride for yourself. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. As usual, do me a favor. If you guys are new here to this channel, hit that like button. Hit it. I need you to hit it. And think about subscribing before you move on to your next video. Get initiated, join us, turn on notifications. This way you can keep up with all the greatest news and reviews as they're published. Otherwise, I gotta check you guys later. Peace.